You might think golf is just about swinging and hoping the ball lands where you want, but that is far from the truth. There's a hidden side to golf that only the pros truly understand, a set of rules and habits that separate a 100 handicapper from a scratch golfer. Today, we're going to dive into the 10 golf shot rules that pros live by, rules that most amateurs completely ignore. By the end of this, your approach to every shot on the course will change. Let us start with number 1. The pre-shot routine isn't optional. Most casual golfers treat pre-shot routines as optional. They step up to the ball, take a couple of practice swings, and hope for the best. Pros, every single shot has a ritual. It is not about superstition. It is about consistency. The pre-shot routine is designed to align your body, your mind, and your swing. A pro's routine usually involves 4 key steps: analyzing the shot, choosing the right club, visualizing the ball's flight, and committing fully to the swing. Skip any of these, and the odds of a miss-hit go up dramatically. Imagine you're on the tee, and your ball is teetering on the edge of a bunker. An amateur will panic. A pro will go through the same routine they've done hundreds of times, and the result? Calm precision instead of chaos. And here's something you probably don't think about. Your routine also helps your brain switch off distractions. Noise from the crowd, a bad shot on the last hole, even your own nerve. Your routine puts a shield between you and all of it. 2. Understand the lie before the swing. Here's a rule nearly everyone breaks. Pros always assess the lie before they swing. The lie is how the ball is sitting in the grass, sand, or rough. Is it cleanly on top of the grass, half buried, or sitting on a slope? Your swing changes drastically depending on this. Amateurs often hit the same swing regardless of the lie. Result? Sculled shot, chunks, hooks, or slices. Pros adjust everything: stance width, weight distribution, and even the club they select. A subtle tip that pros use: imagine the ball's trajectory before addressing it. If it is buried in the rough, visualize a lower, controlled shot instead of trying to hit it high. That mental adjustment saves strokes, sometimes dozens per round. 3. Swing path over power. One of the biggest misconceptions is that distance equals skill. Pros know this isn't true. Power without control is a disaster. They obsess over the swing path, the direction the club head moves through the ball. Most amateurs think, I need to hit it hard. Pros think, I need to hit it right. A slight inward or outward swing path can completely alter ball flight. And the thing is, hitting with perfect form often produces more distance anyway. Here's the kicker: a clean 7-iron swing with perfect path and impact can easily outdrive a wild, overpowered swing. So, next time you're swinging for glory, slow down. Make your swing efficient, not violent. 4. Know your target, not just the flag. A common amateur mistake is aiming directly at the pin every time. Pros rarely do this. Instead, they pick a precise target on the fairway or green and aim for that. Why? Because hitting a small pin from 150 yards away is incredibly risky, especially with wind, slopes, and obstacles. Pros think in terms of zones. The center of the green might be 12 feet from the hole, but it is much safer than trying for the pin. They calculate landing spots, rollouts, and even break angles. Amateurs, they aim for glory and end up in bunkers, water, or deep rough. Here's a secret: choosing the target first also keeps your brain calm. Your focus isn't don't miss the hole. It is hit this spot perfectly. The shift from negative to positive thinking is subtle but powerful. 5. Grip pressure matters. More than you think, this is something so many amateurs ignore. They grip the club like it is a baseball bat in a playoff game. Pros maintain a firm but relaxed grip. Too tight and your swing locks up. Too loose and you lose control. Pro golfers actually monitor grip tension constantly. It is dynamic. It changes slightly depending on the shot. For a delicate chip, the grip is lighter. For a 300-yard drive, it is firmer but never rigid. Try this yourself. Before your next round, consciously relax your grip. You'll notice more fluidity, better accuracy, and surprisingly, sometimes even more distance. It is all about timing and coordination. 6. Weight transfer isn't optional. Many amateurs fail to understand that golf isn't just an arm game. The secret to consistent power and accuracy is proper weight transfer. Pros use their lower body to generate energy, letting it flow naturally through the swing. Check this out. On the backswing, weight moves to the back foot. On the downswing, it shifts to the front foot, creating momentum and stability. Fail to transfer weight correctly, and your shots become inconsistent. You might thin the ball or hit it fat, no matter how good your form looks. Here's an interesting detail. Pros often practice weight transfer off the course, without even hitting balls. They use drills like step swings or slow motion swings to ingrain the motion. This is why their swings feel effortless and repeatable. 7. Club selection isn't just distance amateurs. Pick clubs almost exclusively based on distance. This club goes 150 yards, that one 170. Pros take into account more than just distance: lie, wind, slope, roll potential, and even psychological comfort. A mid-iron might travel 150 yards, but if it is a downhill shot, the ball could roll 20 more. A wedge might not seem like it goes far, but a controlled approach can land softly near the pin. Pros think like mathematicians and artists simultaneously. Here's a fun fact. Some pros even carry multiple wedges with slight loft differences to fine-tune trajectory. Imagine having that level of control over every shot. 8. Pre-shot visualization changes everything. Pros don't just hit the ball, they see it in their mind before it even leaves the club face. They visualize trajectory, spin, and landing. This mental rehearsal improves execution by a huge margin. Most amateurs ignore this and rely purely on muscle memory. Visualization might seem like a soft skill, but it is actually a powerful neural tool. Your brain can rehearse perfect shots without a single swing. Here's a little trick. Next time you're on the tee, close your eyes for a second. Picture the flight path, the apex, the rollout, and even the bounce. You'll be amazed at how your shots start to behave like your mental image. 9. Master the short game. Win the round, golfers often obsess over drives, but the pros know the short game is where tournaments are won or lost. Chips, pitches, and putts are far more forgiving if you know the underlying principles. Pros follow subtle rules that amateurs overlook. For example, when chipping from the rough, they often take less club and swing with controlled tempo, letting the ground do part of the work. On the green, they focus on pace before line. Too many amateurs read the break, but hit the ball too hard or too soft. Think about it. A 50-foot putt is almost useless if you leave it 6 inches past the hole. Pros focus on leaving themselves easy tap-ins more than sinking miracles. 10. Emotional control is part of the swing. Finally, and this is perhaps the most underrated rule, pros manage their emotions on the course. Golf is brutal psychologically. One bad hole can ruin a round if you let it. Pros practice deep breathing, reset routines, and mental reframing. They see mistakes as temporary, not permanent. Amateurs, on the other hand, let a 3-putt spiral into a meltdown, impacting every subsequent shot. Here's an interesting psychological insight. Pros often talk to themselves quietly on the course, giving small affirmations or reminders. Smooth tempo, hit the target, trust your swing. This is not arrogant, it is focus. You can do the same. Quietly talk to your body and mind, reinforce your intent, and you'll see measurable improvement. Now, let us challenge you for a moment. Stop thinking about distance for your next shot. Focus entirely on where you want the ball to land, how your body will move, and the mental image in your mind. Do this consistently, and I guarantee you'll hit more fairways, greens, and make more putt. Here's the reality most people don't admit. Golf isn't about talent. It is about the process. The pros are not inherently better athletes. They're better planners, thinkers, and executives. They follow invisible rules that amateurs dismiss as unnecessary. If you adopt just half of these 10 rules, your scoring will improve dramatically. And more importantly, the game becomes far more enjoyable. Before your next round, take a moment to write down these 10 rules, commit to them, and observe the difference. The magic happens when technique meets intention. When your swing is backed by strategy, visualization, and emotional discipline, golf stops being a game of chance and becomes a game of skill. So here's a question. Which of these rules do you think you've been ignoring the most? Could it be your pre-shot routine, your grip, or maybe the way you visualize your shot? Think about it deeply, because once you integrate even one of these pro habits, your approach to golf will never be the same again. Now go out, practice these rules, and experience the transformation. Golf isn't just a sport, it is a test of patience, focus, and execution. Master the rules the pros use, and suddenly, those frustrating rounds turn into rounds you actually enjoy, rounds you feel proud of, and rounds where every shot counts for something. So next time you step onto the course, ask yourself, am I swinging like an amateur or am I playing like a pro?